Aloha and welcome. This is Susan Gregg, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about intent. Toltec Tradition has 3 masteries: awareness, transformation, and intent, and when you use them together, your life can transform in amazing ways. You know, I feel very grateful. I'm very blessed with the life that I've created. And in the morning, I wake up around sunrise and just slowly lay in bed, and I'm surrounded by a lot of animals, and they just sink into the feeling. And the other day I got up, and there's a window right next to the bed, and I just was looking out the window, and there's orange tree and plumeries, all sorts of things out the window, and it was, I just love the morning light. And I was thinking to myself, okay, what am I going to do today? What is my intent? And it's not like I have to do certain things on certain days. I don't. And so I thought about, well, what is my intent? And intent is kind of like the energy that makes the little, I think I can engine go. And so what is it I wanted to experience? And one of the thoughts I often have in the morning is, how do I want to feel when I go to bed tonight? Do I want to feel like, oh, wow, and have things that are just awesome? Or do I want to go to bed at night and think, didn't get much done today? I prefer the, oh, wow. So I set my intent for the day, and then took my dogs out, which is a priority first thing in the morning, and made my coffee and continued to enjoy my morning. And, intent can work in a small section like that for today, or, larger. Many years ago, probably about 17, 18 years ago, I set my intent one January to buy a home. Now, I had no logical reason to think that I could afford to buy a home. I didn't have savings and all that. But I set my intent to buy a home, and lo and behold, I bought 3 acres and a nice house on the Big Island of Hawaii. So there's small intents, what do I want to do today? And then larger intents, how do I want my life to look? I love living here on the Big Island. When I first moved over here, I had intended, I thought, to keep my office in Honolulu, but as soon as I told my students and my clients that I was moving to the Big Island, poof, they all went away. And so I got over here, and it was like, okay, what am I going to do? And my intent was obviously to support myself and be able to afford my mortgage and stuff. And then I just followed the energy of my spirit, the cosmic breadcrumbs, as I call them. And so your intent, what is it you want to experience in a broad sense? And in a smaller sense, what do you want to do today? And one of the things I learned early on is I have the intent of what I want to create, and then do little pieces of that. When I first moved to Hawaii, I moved here with $800, not a lot of money to set up a new life. I didn't know anybody. Within a couple of days, I was at the beach one day, and I met somebody that was a manager at a restaurant, and I became one of his waitresses. And it just kind of worked out. And then the restaurant closed, and I just couldn't bring myself to get another waitress job. And so my intent was to set up my private practice. I didn't know practice about what. I was in the process of finishing up and getting my first book published. And so what I did each day is I did something concrete, whether it was designing a flyer, getting flyers printed, putting up flyers, talking to people, and then I went to the beach. My old self would have been, oh, we gotta do. And it's like, no, I want to go to the beach and relax and just, kind of put the energy out there, and then let the universe, so to speak, fill in the blanks. And so an intent is always operating. Whatever's in your life, at some level, your intent was to have that in your life. Sometimes what shows up we're not really wild about, and that's why I talk about clearing out our filter systems, our beliefs, our agreements, and our assumptions. Because if we don't have that kind of clarity, then our intent is sent out by our filter system. I like the intent much more when it's consciously aligned with who and what I really am. So play with intent. What's your intent for today? What was your intent when you went on YouTube and found this video? Yeah. Very, very powerful. my intent is to, I'm creating a new program to offer people. And my first intent, once I had that, then it was like, okay, let's create a web page so I can direct people there. And I couldn't get my webmaster upgraded the program that I used to do that, and I couldn't get it to work. So I got frustrated, and then finally I went to the support section and I watched the video. Lo and behold, I got a lot further today. So really, look at your life, be grateful for what is. If you'd like a different is, set your intent clearly for that, and be willing to let go of some of your old beliefs, agreements, and assumptions. And so until next time, I say aloha, and I always remind people that you are loved, you are lovable, you are love. The only thing that's real is love, and you swim in a sea of love, so let the love in. And if you want more information, just go to my webpage, susangregg.com, G-R-E-G-G. Aloha, have a great day, unless you have plans otherwise, and then change your plans if it's not to have a great day. So take care.